Guys, and welcome to this paper 3 video where we look at people and flows. The syllabus links here are tightly focused on the Human Development Index and Unit 3 Global Resource and Consumption. We will also be thinking about the links to SDG 8 Decent Work and Economic Growth. This part of the syllabus requires us to look at two contrasting transnational corporations. Transnational corporations are companies that have operations in several different countries around the world. Commonly, when we think about transnational corporations, we think about their headquarters being based in more economically developed countries. However, in the 21st century, this is not the case, and some significant transnational corporations are emerging in less economically developed countries, or in this case with Tata, one of the BRICS, India. Tata is in fact a huge transnational corporation. It has many enterprises and has a diverse portfolio of companies ranging from steel, transportation, movie industry, and the software industry. With 29 publicly listed Tata enterprises, 70 Tata companies, and over 12,000 projects around the world in the past 10 years, operations in 27 countries makes this a truly global transnational corporation. A very important part of any transnational corporations are the flows. These flows are in investment, capital, products, goods and services, but also ideas and innovation. Recently, India has liberalised its industries and has removed caps on foreign direct investment. This has meant that Tata has been able to have new alliances with other corporations, for example AirAsia and Singapore Airlines. Tata, of course, as with any transnational corporation, is not beyond its problems and criticisms, and many of its products have been questioned for their quality, safety and reliability. However, it must be recognised that Tata is a huge corporation and provides decent work and economic growth for thousands of employees around the world. Tata does have quite a close relationship with the Indian government, so there are concerns about this relationship, in particular Tata Communications, which is the cloud provider for the Indian government and the e-marketplace. Some are saying that this relationship between Tata and the Indian government is just a little bit too cosy. This links to SDG 16, which talks about justice and strong institutions. Many people that live in India say that India does not have strong enough institutions to make sure that there is proper operations of businesses. In contrast, the other transnational corporation that we'll be looking at is Apple. Apple, in contrast to Tata, hasn't got quite as a diversified base. So Apple principally deals with IT equipment, but is starting to move into the media industry. However, Apple does have a global supply chain. Much of this supply chain is focused on China, some in the European Union and America, but nevertheless this supply chain is global. So, digging down deeper into what this supply chain means for Apple as a transnational corporation, you can see here from this diagram there is sourcing, manufacturing, which is principally assembly in China, warehousing, distribution, and they also have a return networks. This return network is used for products that are no longer used or going to be recycled, or products that need to be refurbished. Apple has a strong presence around the world, but you can see its largest presence per country can be seen in China. Apple has come under a lot of criticism as a transnational corporation for its dealings with Foxconn, but nevertheless it must be recognised that Apple does provide a significant amount of work and economic growth for many areas of China. Here we can see that actually the supply chain of Apple spreads across many countries, but by far and away the largest here is China. But there are many other countries that form part of its supply chain. This supply chain is a flow of goods, materials, ideas, finance, and people, and these directions or flows are in both directions. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Also, please give my video a thumbs up and a comment. Every little comment and every little thumbs up helps.